Hey, high levelers, Rio Daniel here. And in this video, what I'm going to cover is a new feature that High Level released actually several months ago, but I haven't really dived into kind of understanding how it works. And I have done that recently. It's about quizzes. Inside of High Level, now you can actually do quizzes as a built-in object inside of High Level. You can do your own kind of quizzes and gather data and things like that. So what I want to do is just come here, show you the interface, show you some of the things I found that are, I guess, good, bad about it, show you how it works, and show you a couple examples of how you can use it in your business. Let's hop into it. So right now we've got just a demo account here. And if you're looking for quizzes, it's going to be under sites on the left-hand side. And then it's going to be under quizzes here at the very top. Notice that we have a builder and we have a submissions. I'm going to get to several of those. Before I do that, I want to sit back and help you understand just the interface right now. So we do have folder structure. So that's really great. So now we can create folders to organize any of the quizzes that we have, but we can also sit back and click on add a quiz if we want to begin the quiz process. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that, but I also have a couple of other quizzes that I've already built. Once I show you the interface, show you the pieces and components, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time kind of building it. I'd much rather show you one that I've built and then utilize and reference the features I'm going to show you right here. So let's go ahead and click on add quiz. Now here in the add quiz wizard, you're going to find out that the builder is very similar. Again, this is very similar to if you've ever done a survey, or if you notice the quiz elements over here, very similar like the website builder. So if you've done anything at High Level, this should feel very comfortable to you. It should feel normal and things like that. But there's a couple of differences inside of here that I want to point out and then address those and get specific in the other forms that I created. So right now, let's just look at the interface as a whole. Here, if we take a look, I'm going to close this out. Here is the entire interface. We click on the plus sign, we're going to get the elements, just like in that form and the funnel and website builder. So these are all it. Notice that we have quick adds. These are very similar to the form fields where we can add different types of questions. We can add the personal info, any of the address, text, all these things are now available here inside of the builder. But we also have access to custom fields. So I have actually created some custom fields before this example. So one of the things I wanted to show you is just that you can integrate custom fields with your quizzes. If you want to save that data directly to your contact information, what you needed to do that, if that's what you want to do, or if you don't want to do that, if you just want to be more generic, if you don't want to have anybody have to register, if you just want to gather a bunch of data, then how would you do that as well? So I'm going to go over that here and just let you know that there are ones that are going to be custom fields and ones that we're just going to be using these quick add forms for. So either one of those. Here we've got the actual page. So these pages are where you actually drop the questions onto. Okay. And then right now you can simply add a new page right here, add a new page, as many pages as you want, walk them through that particular process. So anyway, that's very similar to how you would build a survey. Now I do want to sit back and let you know in the quiz builder, there is no logic like there is in the survey builder. So in the survey builder, if somebody selects one option or another, you can choose. If somebody selects this one, then go to page 3 on the survey. You don't have any logic like that inside of the quiz builder here, just to let you know. So we're going to sit back and take a look at each one of these. But again, we have just the desktop and the mobile interface here. We've got just different versioning, ways of undoing things, and of course the styles and options here. Now, again, these are things to try to take a look at because we do have a little bit of difference with regards to how the quizzes are laid out. There are some different options here. You can have headers and footers and things like that here, that if you want to have different colors, you can really style it and make it look good, colors and backgrounds. You can have a background image if you want to, just to give you a heads up, but you can have a background image and a header image. And I'm going to show you that in another form that we've already done here. But you do have a lot of different options. And then here under the options, again, you also have your Facebook pixel. You have some of the quiz settings right here if you want to make the contact sticky, if you want to have a back button and things like that on there, you can turn those on. But the biggest thing is the ultimate here inside of the quiz, there's something that you don't really have anywhere else. And that's a result template. Like at the end of your quiz, you can give the person results over the questions that they ask based upon how you organize your answers. I'm going to get to that in just a minute. But right now you can have a result template. You can open up a URL or just display a message. You can do either one of those. Okay. Now, one of the things that I wanted to demo here is I'm going to try to build this is, I don't know if you ever follow this particular guy. I keep seeing him a lot on here. This whole body type quiz with the V-shred and things like that, how carbohydrates don't burn belly fat, things like that. You've probably seen him somewhere. He's all over social media. I'm going to get to this in just a minute here, but I just wanted to bring this up and show you this is one of the things that I put this quiz into High Level. So anyway, you've got these particular templates. The only other thing that I see over here that you have is you have a couple of different icons right here. So this little bell icon allows you to sit back and email notify somebody whenever, like your team, whenever these things are submitted. And then here you can sit back and do an autoresponder so that you can actually respond to the person after they fill out the quiz. They can actually get the results in a nicely formatted email. Now, there is no way for me to control what that email looks like. There's no templates here that I've been able to find that we can utilize. So I don't really know. I don't really have an example of the template to give you. here are the result, but you can have that option of emailing to either your team or the respondent that fills it out, the results of this, if you want to, and you can turn that on too. Now this right here deals with managing categories. Like many things, categories can mean several different things inside of Highlevel, and they do, across, depending upon what you're talking about. Here, the categories really depends upon how you want to group answers together. Okay, so let's just say, if I don't have an example of this, but let's just say you're dealing with a loan form information, like a loan quiz. Can you afford that home quiz or something like that? You might have a section regarding income. You might ask a couple of questions regarding income, and you might group a couple of those questions underneath a category of income and then give them a rating based upon what score they have. And I'm going to go over scores in just a minute here. But again, categories are just a way to organize and group the questions that you ask to give a result set at the end on the template page. So just keep that in mind. And I'm going to show you an example of that here. So I'm just going to go ahead and back out of this. And just for the purposes of cleaning stuff up, I'm just going to delete this. Now, the first thing I want to do is go over and show you the V-Shred quiz that I created. Now, if you've ever done this right now, what this really does, this is a lead generation funnel. That's really all this thing is. The whole purpose of this is to come here, supposedly to take your body type, to sit back and see what kind of body type and get all of this information. But you see right here on this particular thing, there's 1 of 6. There's 6 questions. I'm just going to run through these real quick if you've never done this. And not that I'm going to finish all of them up, but yes, I'm a male. Right now, I'll just say 40 years old. That's not right. How tall are you? Let's just say 5 feet, 9 inches. Over here. Next. How much you currently weigh? Let's just say 220. Next. How often do you exercise? Several times a week. Next. Which is best describes you? Overweight, soft, or slim? Let's just say soft. Next. Now, what it does, and I just want to show you that, it gathered information. Then it forwarded you directly over to a VSL, a virtual sales letter funnel, where they're showing the video and they want you to click on play. But notice that this is it. There's no other data that you get unless you want to sit back and go through this. So those questions that they really ask were just to make you think, like in the lead generation, that you're really going to get something. But really, it's just to have you watch this video to sit back and see if you want to get ripped like this guy and so forth. So I wanted to at least show you an example that how quizzes can be used for lead generation, or they can be used to guide people toward being able to purchase your product, or maybe even your service, depending upon what you're doing. Let's just say you're an auto detailer and you're looking to have somebody detail their car. You can sit back and say, how old is your car? You can ask them a bunch of questions. When was the last time you waxed your car? How often do you wax your car? Have you cleaned the interior recently? All this other stuff. And then next thing you know, boom, after you ask the questions, it directs you directly over into the virtual sales funnel where they have a video saying, it looks like you haven't been able to take care of your car very well here. Let me tell you about some of the packages that we have. And boom, they go directly into a sales process where they would have things that people could buy on the page, boom. And then people will promote this as, do you take care of your car quiz? Take this quiz and see if you're really a car lover and you really take good care of your car or something like that. So anyway, just wanted to show you that's a way that you can attract people. And what I've done is, honestly, I've stolen a little bit here, but this right here represents the header that I'm talking about here. So I can have a little header. I stole their V-Shred logo, I think over here on one of the previous ones, like this guy right here, but that's fine. So right now, what I've done here is I've used this particular quiz, I've used custom values for, because these are values that I want to show you actually integrate into the CRM system. So they actually get integrated and everything is already done. So right now, again, I'm not going to go over the custom fields themselves and things like that. You guys probably already know what custom fields are, but here, if you take a look, I've created a folder called V-Shred where I've asked what's your gender, your age, height, inches, weight, all those questions that were asked on the previous page. I just wanted to recreate it to show you what you can do. And at the very end of this, I wanted to sit back and show you how, instead of at the very end on the options where you do the on submit, instead of going to the result page, it actually redirects you to a URL. And this could be your virtual sales letter page. So I at least want to show you how that's done, just so that you could potentially build a quiz very similar to the body type quiz if you wanted to, and start doing some lead generation, because people love to sit back and take quizzes and answer questions that they know of to see how smart they are and things like that, and maybe discover some things about themselves. So again, if you're a quiz person, then this should be fun. So right now, in order for Highlevel to sit back and actually associate this with a contact record, first of all, let me restate that. A contact record will be created whenever somebody fills out a quiz for this. However, it will not have any name information and things like that, which really sucks. So if you're going to specifically gear this toward gathering contact information and make this a lead generation funnel, then somewhere in your page, you need to sit back and have their name, and at least their name and their email address tied into here. Maybe not their phone number, but their email, because if they have their email, then they can come over here. Remember on this show notifications, you can come over here and say, hey, email them a copy to it. So anyway, that's something that you could do. But right now I'm just going to pull this back up. So I've just pulled the full name and full email and just notice the asterisk right here. So I have made those fields required. So again, if you click on this field over here, you do get the options very similar to like how the form builder works over here to the right. So if you click on this email, you can make it required. Notice on the gender role, some things I want to show you over here, and I need to move myself over. So over here on this side, when we're not dealing with just the full name and things like that, when we're dealing with these question fields up here, these quiz questions, the quiz questions also have another feature built inside of them and allow you to score them, to assign a number or value to them that ultimately you will lead at the very end on the results page to show people what it means. And you're going to have to create a meaning from this. So this is where when you create the quiz, you're going to have to understand what the quiz is for, what kind of numbers are associated with it, and what result set on the last page, on the sort of result page, you want to be able to give them good, bad, not good, improve, what to do as a result of the questions that they gave you and the answers that they chose. So anyway, over here, if we click on this, notice that we do have the ability to change the question. And again, all of these came from right here under this V-shred. So I created all these custom fields. I just took these and dragged them to the page. Okay. You can do these here as well. Keep this in mind. You can do these quiz questions here, drag them in without being a custom field. The problem is the data is stored in the submission area of the quiz and not at the contact level. So if you want this information stored at the contact level for you to access later, like in an email, because again, any custom field that you store at the contact level is available if you do an email builder or anything like that. You can, inside the email builder, put that custom field template in there saying, hey, remember you filled out this quiz and you rated this, you chose this answer, and you could put that answer in there if you wanted to. So just keep that in mind. And I'm going to show you some of the submissions. Just please follow me on this. There is actually quite a bit to the quiz builder, and I just want to show it all to you. So here we've got all the placeholder information. This is where we can sit back and look at the options. Now, I don't have any category selected. I'm actually going to wait to the next one, the reputation management. That's where I'm going to show you how do the categories work. So please hold in there with me to show me that. But I don't have any scores. But if I wanted to, I can click this, add a category, and then give it a particular score here. Okay. If I wanted to. Now, for this, if we wanted to, we've got different fields here. So each answer can have its own specific option that we select. And we could, if we wanted to, we could spread the columns out and do some other stuff. You can format it and look how you want it to look. But here, if we take a look here, we notice now that once somebody selects this, then we can actually go to the next page. And if we go to the next one, notice under this one, the same type of thing, I can make it required. And then the next page, for some reason, every time I do this and try to move these, the builder is not very good. It keeps messing things up when I try to put like more than one question on there on the page. I'm sure you can do it, but it kept messing up with me, and I wanted to get this thing done. But you see there's several pages here that's asking for information. And then at the very end of this particular thing, when we ask the last question, it's going to redirect you to your virtual sales letter page. Given the option that I selected here underneath these options, it's going to open this up. And this is really, it's nothing special. It's just taking you to a website, but it could be your VSL page. I just want to show you how that worked. Now, ultimately, I'm going to wait on this result in page template, and I'm going to show you that on the next one. This one was really about just kind of showing you how the header works, how the questions work, how you can use custom fields and things like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'm going to go ahead and click on the preview and open this thing up. So here we notice we got V-shred. Oh, I clicked on it twice. Not a problem. So I'm just going to do John Smith. I don't care if I misspell it. I'm not going to go back and fix it. johnsmith@gmail.com. I just put male. Next. Age, let's just say 45. Next. Height, I'm going to do 6 feet, 4 inches. And notice I'm just trying to gather the same information that it was before. Let's just say 220 pounds again. How often do you exercise? Let's just say almost every day. What best describes you? Let's just say slim. And now you finished it. Now the redirection happens, and it just takes you over to this other funnel I had as an example. But this could be your virtual sales letter. Very similar to how this took you to when you finish this quiz, it took you over to the video of that. So you can represent or rebuild something like that very easily inside of Highlevel. And of course, I didn't make it look pretty or anything like that. You can change colors and fonts and sizes and all that kind of cool stuff. I'm just here to show you how things work. You guys can make it all pretty later. So anyway, I'm going to close that. And right now, when we do that and we go through that process, one of the things I do want to show you here is if we take a look, there is a record that's created. And if we come down here to take a look underneath the V-shred folder, notice that all of the custom field data is here. Okay. All the answers I've selected, which is great. And now you can store all that data and move forward. But the other place where this thing is also submitted is under the quizzes and submissions. So here is where you have a list of all the ones that were submitted. So you can sit back and look at here. If you wanted to, you could select all and you could delete, you could download and pull all the information over, manage columns. You can do all of that stuff here on the submissions. Here, you can actually choose what form you want. So if you want to look at the ones that were submitted by just reputation management, you can. You can change the date fields over here, all of the stuff that you can do for the submissions and gather all the data that you're looking for. Sound good so far? So hope you're getting some ideas. If you're a quiz person or looking to do quizzes for lead generation, how you could do this. Now I'm going to go back to the builder and I'm going to hop into the reputation management one. This is one that I thought might be pretty cool if you're ever looking to sell reputation management services. Maybe one of the cool things that you do is build a really cool reputation management quiz that you can send out to owners saying, is your company's reputation good or stable? Take this quiz and find out. And then they're like, oh, let me just see. Let me click on here and take this quiz and then go out and answer these questions. And next they're like, oh, that's really not good. I'm going to need to fix that. Oh, and a part of the end template, you can just simply have, hey, if you're looking to fix this, we have a reputation management service that does all of these things for you. So anyway, let me kind of show you what this is real quick here. I'm going to close this out, try to blow this up a little bit. And I'm going to just try to move myself out of the way a little bit more. So here is your business register on Google. Yes or no? When was the last time you updated your Google listing? When it was created within the last year. You can choose whatever you want. You get the idea here. Page 3, do you reply to all Google reviews you receive? Again, you're trying to sit back and say, are you utilizing the Google review system as best as possible? Not sure. Do you ask every customer you service to leave you a review? Yes or no? So all of these things are things that you can, and you can also go and add more. I didn't do a bunch of them. Do you have a website? Do you have the website configured on your Google business profile? Do you have a picture of your team on your Google business profile? Do you have your hours on your Google business profile? Just, you can ask any number of questions that you have and then group all of these together using categories and then rate the company based upon the answers that they get. So let me show you what that looks like here. So now I'm going to come back up in here and I'm going to click on categories. So notice I have just a couple. I just wanted to show you the example of this, of what this looks like. Google registration. So, thumbs up or thumbs down. If they say no on Google registration, none of this other stuff matters because they don't have a Google business profile and nothing's going to work. Next is the Google profile update or updated, and then Google review system. So all of these are different categories I can add and then group these particular questions to a particular category and then rate them if I wanted to. Okay. So let me show you about how that works. So here I'm going to select this. Notice over here, I've got Google registration. Oh, I need to move myself again. So Google registration right here. If they answer yes, then they get a score of 1. If they answer no, they get a score of 0. Okay. So that's really kind of it on that one. Now, if they do this one, then notice I have this listed under a different category, Google profile update. If they updated it, the last time they updated it was when it was created, they get a score of 0. If they did it within the last year, they get a score of 1. And again, you can understand if they kept it updated, then you want to let them know that, okay, that's good. If you haven't updated it since you created it 8 years ago, then you probably need to go and refresh because Google Business Profile, just the options inside of that system change so much that you might want to sit back and at least have more possible fields that you can fill out inside there. And you can do the same with all of these. Now let's take a look at the template here. So this template is where you actually get the end result. When they get to the very end, they get this and they get an overall score. Now notice over here, I'm going to blow this up a little bit. Notice over here that you get a couple different sections. You get a header section here. You get an overall score here, which you can turn on or off, and we'll look at that. You get this section right here, which is, again, about all your categories. But notice it like here, Google registration, your score here. Profile update, your score. So this is where categorizing all of your questions and putting them and scoring them will actually allow you to break it apart so that they can see what parts they suck at. Forgive me. What parts are you not good at and what parts are you are good at? And again, you can do this for a lot of different things, for fitness, for health, for your life, everything, relationships, any of this stuff can be done. And then finally, what are your results? What do you want to take away from your results? You can customize, put in whatever you want for there, and then like your footer kind of thing. So I'm going to blow this back out. Let's take a look at this. So right now, if we go to the header, I can change the logo here, click on this, change something from this. I'm just going to click back, but I've got a high-level logo. Here I can change the width and all the other parameters. I can change what gets displayed in there. I can organize it. If I want to center it, I can center this on the form. You get what you can do here. Now you have to come over here and click on this section to go to the next tier. Okay. So this is where you get dynamic content. So if you don't want these low, medium, or high, you can change those. You can set those to needs improvement, okay, or much improved or something. Whatever your scoring is, you can change the overall score of that by coming here to this little tab called Score Tiers. Under Score Tiers, this is where you can change the label. You can click here and change any of the colors from these things over here, and you can also change the percentages. So if it's low, that means from your percentage of like your average, if that makes sense, of all the questions in that grouping to the points that were received. And you'll have to do the math on that one here. I don't want to spend time doing mathematics and blow people's minds, but you can adjust the percentages of where you would fall underneath. Means improvement, you're okay, or you're exceeded expectations or something like that. But here's where you can do this. You can add another tier if you want to, delete them. All of this stuff is completely customizable for you here. But I'm going to go back to style and sit back and say, okay, once somebody's low, this is where you can put in like what they need to do. Okay. For that kind of stuff. So when you're here, you've got score settings. And do you want to do this? Do you want to show the overall score? Do you want to turn that on? Do you want to show the tiers? Do you not want to show the tiers? This is completely up to you on how you want to do things. If you want to move this thing over to the different side to customize it, all of that's up to you. Margins and paddings, you guys understand that, background color. All of this is just really to let you customize it as best as you want. Okay. So all of this stuff. And again, if you wanted to, you can go down to the next section right here. Now, once you go to the next section here, this is where you can sit back and say, okay, Google registration. What do you want to sit back and say for these different low, medium, and highs? What do you want to tell people? So you can fill out all that and you can put in whatever you want in there to do that. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And I'm not going to change anything because I'm going to leave it the way it is, but I'm going to sit here and click on preview so I can show you what this is like and show you what the end result of this looks like. Now, I didn't do any headers, so this looks pretty blah, to be honest, but is your business registered on Google? I'm going to click yes. When was the last time you updated your Google listing? I'm going to say when it was created. Do you reply to all your Google reviews you receive? No. Do you ask every customer you service to leave a review? Yes. Now it's going to calculate everything, and now you're going to get this nice little score. So again, your overall score is 50%. What did you score on the Google registration? That was either yes or no. On that one, I said yes, I got 100%. If I said no, I got 0%. Google profile update, that was just that one. So did I update it when I created it or within the last year? I said when I created it, and that's a 0. So I got 0 on that one. So you see my whole point. Depending upon the categories, the number of questions, and how you rate them determines the particular score percentage that they get, as well as, where you rank in or what colors these were. Notice that the 100% are green because they match high. The other ones, 0, are red here because they meet low. And then how do you want to talk about your results? Click here to schedule a discovery call to show you how we can help you sell reputation management in your business and automate this for you. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. That's the kind of quiz builder. That's the kind of things that you can do, building with custom fields or even using the built-in fields. Now keep in mind, these right here, these fields are not custom fields. Okay. So they're not. So again, if you come back here and we exit out of here, I'm not going to save all these. If we come over here and just notice that this is not good, there's no record of this or anything like that. So none of these fields are particularly saved. How would we access any of that information? We would have to come over here to the submissions, and we'd have to come over here to just the reputation management and then look at the values that were here. And we'd have to take a look at the submissions and do all the other type of stuff. So again, depending on what you want to do, you may want to integrate custom fields and you may not. That's going to be completely up to you. But I at least want to show you how this thing worked. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, if you learned something, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of great content here. You're going to learn a lot. My goal here is to help you understand Highlevel better. I'm also a Highlevel affiliate. If you're looking to sign up for Highlevel or looking to upgrade to Agency Pro, I just ask that you help me out. Just think about me. Use my links in the video description. That's how I get compensated and how I can keep giving you guys such great content here. But I want to say thank you so much for hanging in with me and have a great day. Bye-bye.